Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you a recipe for eggnog. Now I do actually already have a recipe for eggnog posted on my channel, and I will link that for you down below because it is actually a different recipe. The one that I made before is actually my favorite recipe, but this one I'm giving you today, I would kind of call it like eggnog for people who don't necessarily love eggnog. Nathan doesn't really love eggnog, even the other one that I like, and this one, it kind of gives you a different effect. It kind of tastes less noggy, if you will, and almost kind of more like a pumpkin pie. It's not pumpkin, there's no pumpkin in it, but this one includes more spices in the actual mix and it's a little bit thicker, so it kind of gives you that spicy, warm, creamy kind of thing going on, sort of like a pumpkin pie filling does. So it like I said, it just tastes a lot less like an eggnog and more like a spiced creamy drink. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Let's go ahead and get started. For our eggnog, we are going to combine 4 cups of whole milk with 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. This is going in a saucepan together. If you want to half this recipe just to kind of give yourself a tasting size portion just to see what it's like, you can absolutely do that. It's very easy to just do half the measurements here. And we're just going to bring this up to a nice simmer. So just put it on a medium heat. You don't want to let it boil, but just get it to a nice simmer. Meanwhile, in my mixing bowl, I have 6 egg yolks, and you can absolutely use pasteurized egg yolks here if you are concerned about having raw eggs. Now, I am cooking these eggs for a little while, so I'm not super concerned about that on my end, but if it is a major concern for you, please just go ahead and buy the pasteurized eggs, and that will take care of it. Now to my egg yolks, I am adding 1 cup of sugar, and we're just going to whisk this together until it's nice and light in color. The egg yolks should be pretty thick and just come off in nice ribbons when you lift up your whisk. Now, once your milk has come up to that simmering point, what we're going to do is temper our eggs. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this process, what this is we're taking a spoonful, a little bit of our hot milk mixture, and we are mixing it into our egg mixture. What this does is it helps to avoid the eggs just immediately cooking, because if we just put our eggs into our saucepan of milk, the eggs would end up cooking and give us little bits of cooked egg in there, and we're not looking for a breakfast dish here. We are looking for a nice drinking custard. So I'm just going to continue to add spoonfuls of the hot milk mixture, get it all whisked in, and just keep adding and adding. And then once my bowl is full, I'm going to add this back into my saucepan and we will continue to cook it there. Once you have this added back into your saucepan, what we're looking for is we want this to get a little bit thick, and we want it to be able to easily coat the back of a spoon. I like to use a spatula for this just to make sure that I'm getting everything off the bottom. I'm not allowing anything to burn here, and you basically want to keep a very close eye on this. You really don't want to step away from it at this point. So it's going to take a couple minutes to come up to that point where it's thick. Usually a good kind of benchmark is if you get it to the point where it's just about at a boil, like you see maybe 1 or 2 little bubbles pop. That's going to be where you want to go ahead and turn the heat off here. It might take you a little bit to get there, but it's going to result in a nice thick creamy eggnog here for you once we get to that point. Once you're satisfied with the consistency of your eggnog, we're going to go ahead and turn off the heat and add in our last ingredients. And what we're adding is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and some spices. So this is where that spice comes in that I talked about. What I'm adding here is 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of nutmeg and half a teaspoon of allspice. Now, of course, you can amend these measurements to whatever you like. If you like it more spicy than that or less spicy, you can definitely change the ratios here. And of course, I'm just whisking this in until everything is nice and smooth. If you are concerned about lumps, or if you've noticed that there are maybe some bits of cooked eggs in this, you can go ahead and just pass it through a fine mesh sieve, and that will make sure that you've got a nice smooth end product. I'm just going to go ahead and pour this into some mason jars for storing in the fridge, and then I will be able to use this for the next couple of days to just have a nice creamy treat at the end of my evening. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment below. Bye bye.